Hi, it's Smiley, Jerry Canetta from Bakersfield, California. Just want to let you know how much Nana means to me. She taught, of course, how to cook and how to run a kitchen and how to get food out there on time and it's being delicious. But she also taught me work ethic and character. And the work ethic was, seeing her being there, getting up at 4 a.m. and doing that walk over to the kitchen every single morning. And there's bears out there and other animals that would scare me. She did it every morning for decades. But her work ethic and her character, they really put an impression on me because her character, she told me once that the food has to be good because a lot of these kids don't have a meal that's, these meals, breakfast or lunch sometimes. And she says that we need to put our love into it. She taught us to put love into every scoop that we put on the table.
Hello, my name is O'Reilly. I was a camper in 1978, and when I worked in the kitchen with Nana as her cook's assistant, I think I wasn't quite emotionally ready to become a counselor, and so I got to spend some extra time with Nana as her cook's assistant, something which I'm always thankful for. She was a hard worker. That's part of what she meant to me. I know at Campfire I kind of missed her. I wish she would have joined us at Campfire sometimes, but we all knew Nana's in bed already. She's got to get up really early to start cooking. And part of what she meant to me was in the mornings, I wasn't much of a morning person. She would let me just sit there on the stove stirring the hot chocolate until I woke up. So she was just compassionate and merciful and let me wake up first. And part of what she meant to me was that she was just a good cook. I loved her food. It was delicious. And if the staff members wanted to go home for layover, most of the younger ones, they would just, as soon as the boys left, they would leave. But me and some of the older counselors, we knew that if we went down to the kitchen after the boys left, Nana was making some very thick homemade tortillas, the first I'd ever had, and with the chorizo and eggs, that was delicious. And, she loved us.
Nana, thank you for always being my bomb diggity boo. You've always taken care of every single one of us, every moment that you're at camp. And we miss you dearly. I think about you every day, every minute, every moment. I hope one day I can bring my boys back there again and they can see what Nana's camp was all about. We miss you dearly. Love you much. Buddha, 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 Buddha.
Hey, this is Havoc. What did Nana mean to us? She was our second mom. She was our tia, our abuela. For some of us, she was the only mom we ever knew. Nana's love is what kept us going, what kept us coming back. Nana's why Packham exists. Nana was the heart and soul, the spirit of Pyles Camp. Nana was our everything. We love you, Nana.
Hey, Weasel here, camper, 1986. I spent 12 summers at Pyles Camp. A lot of that was spent around and with Nana. I love her dearly. She's a very special person to me. Many times was that positive female role model that I needed in my life that I didn't always have. She was serious, she was loving, she was caring, at times very stern. There were a couple times where maybe I put a rattlesnake in the walk-in to cool it down, whatever the case may be. She loved me at the end of the day. I enjoyed the walks that we went on, hanging out in the back, working with her, getting up early in the morning. She taught me how to make homemade tortillas. At the end of the day, I remember most that she was so powerful, so loving, so caring, and that was extended to anyone, regardless of whether you were a camper, a staff member, a visitor. She had the biggest heart. Love you, Nana. We'll miss you.
My name is Rocky, and I was a camper in 1969. And I worked for camp for many, 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 many years in a lot of positions. So I saw Nana in many, many ways and shape. When I think of Nana, I think of the love that she gave to the campers, the love that she gave to the workers, those that worked for her. I loved working for Nana. That was a coveted position. and Nana just gave her all. So dedicating to the kitchen to Nana, great thumbs up. Nana, we love you, we miss you, and so glad the kitchen is being dedicated to you. We salute you.
Nana, Nana, listen while I sing to you. You meant tender love and care in my other years as a worker at Pyles Camp. You filled my heart with love, joy, and happiness like the grandmother I didn't have in my life. The love you gave me now, I share with the Pyles Camp family. I'm honored and thank the Orvina family for allowing me to care for you in your home the latter golden years of your life, returning my love you always gave me. I miss you and always. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Big Al. I first met Nana probably in about 1973 after she'd been gone for a while. I was a counselor, and I tell you, my first impression of her was she was one tough cookie, but when I became the assistant director, that's when I really got to know her and how great she was working with the kids and working with me. And, you know, and of course her food was just phenomenal. What I remember most, I loved her bread. She was no one could do it any better than her. And my biggest concern, you know, I knew that someday that Nana wouldn't be around, you know, and how could she be replaced? And that's how good she was. And yes, we've had great cooks since her, but when I think of Pyles Boys Camp and a cook, I think strictly of Nana. And she's been missed, but she is definitely a legend and left her legacy at Pyles Boys Camp.
My name is Rev. One thing I can definitely remember Nana about is that she always cared for the kids. She looked forward to getting up early in the morning and leaving at the last part of the day just before sunset to head back to her cabin after making sure the boys were properly fed and were well nourished. I miss you, Nana. Rest in peace. Until we see again.
Nana was the epitome of love. She cared for Pyles Camp and everyone who came to camp. She treated everyone as part of her family, and her smile was always welcoming and heartfelt. She was a mother figure to everyone. Rest in peace, Nana. I miss you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Nana. This is Tumbleweed. Well, I was Tumbleweed once. Bless you, Nana. I remember the first time I met you and the first time I got to work with you. I learned so much that I've carried through my life. You know, how to do a job and do it right the first time. Do it through to completion. Do it with a smile on your face. From you, I learned leadership. I learned teamwork. I learned hard work with a smile on my face. When I think of the great coaches, great leaders, someone so full of love and sharing it. It's a very small group. And Nana, you are clearly one of my leaders, one of my coaches, one of my moms in my lifetime. God bless you.
Hello everybody, I'm Ruben Gizmo Sanchez, and I worked in the kitchen with Nana from 1998 to 2000. Nana was a special person to me and everyone else in that kitchen because she taught us a lot more than just how to cook food. She taught us how to be better people and how to pay attention to detail. And she also cared about us enough to send us cookies all the way to Lion Meadows. So thank you, Nana, for everything you've done. I really appreciate you. I love you.
Nana, listen while we sing to you. Nana, you're a part of Pyles Camp too. Anyone can make a bed, anyone can sweep, but it only takes our Nana to make great things to eat. So Nana,